Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to play another game from the Bobby Orr career replay. This is going to be game number 13 against the Detroit Red Wings at Boston Garden. The Bruins come in at 3-8-1. And I think the Detroit is 4-8-2 actually. It shows 0 on there because they don't give points for ties inside the crease hockey, but yeah, the regular NHL did back then, so I don't know why for some reason inside the crease doesn't. But anyway, this is game number 13. So let's get this game underway. So for the lineup for the visiting Detroit Red Wings is Dean Prentice at left wing, Leo Bolvin at left defense, Alex Delvecchio, the center, Gary Bergman, right defense, and Mr. Gordie Howe at right wing. For the Boston Bruins, it's Johnny Bucyk at left wing, Mr. Bobby Orr at left defense, Pitt Martin at center, Joe Watson replacing Ted Green, who is injured. So I moved Joe Watson up from line 2 to line 1. And I think I activated Gary Doak too. He's on the third line. So Ed Westfall at right wing. So those are your starting lineups. So Delvecchio and Martin are at center ice. Well, let's drop the puck. And just to check it out here, those are Bobby Orr stats through 12 games. He has 3 goals, 4 assists. Johnny Bucyk has 5 goals and 1 assist. Pitt Martin with 1 goal and 4 assists. Joe Watson with 4 assists. And Ed Westfall with 1 goal and 3 assists. For Detroit, you can see all that goes off the screen, but it's 1 goal and 2 assists. No goals and 2 assists. Delvecchio with 1 goal and 2 assists. 1 goal and 7 assists for Bergman. And Gordie Howe with 2 goals and no assists. Alright, so Delvecchio and Martin in the face-off circle. And Delvecchio is going to get kicked out. So Martin wins the face-off. It's going to go over to Watson. Watson will pass it back to Martin. And Boyvin's going to cause the forced dumping. And Gardner will cover up. So, the goalies for the Detroit Red Wings the goalie is George Gardner, and the goalie for the Boston Bruins is Mr. Jerry Cheevers. So face off in the Detroit zone. And it's going to be Delvecchio will win the face-off for the Red Wings. It's going to go over to Bergman. And Bergman will give it away. And it's going to be Martin on the breakaway, so the Bruins with a scoring chance here. And it's going to be a save by Gardner. And he'll hold on to it. So the Bruins, the breakaway shot by Pitt Martin, and Gardner was able to stop him. So Martin and Delvecchio in the face-off circle once again. Detroit wins the face-off. Out to Bergman. Bergman over to Prentice. And Prentice will have an excellent scoring opportunity here. And it's going to be a save by Cheevers. So face-off in the Bruins zone. Again, Delvecchio and Martin in the face-off. Bruins win the face-off. Out to Mr. Bobby Orr. He'll pass it back to Martin. And line changes for both teams. So Goldsworthy with the puck now for the Bruins. And he'll pass it over to Doak. And that's going to be a forced dump in by Falkenberg. Loose puck battle between Henderson and Doak for the Bruins. And Henderson will win it. Gets it over to Falkenberg. Ooh, almost a penalty there. Needed a 7 and it's only a 6 on Goldsworthy. So Falkenberg with it. And another pass. Gets it over to Watson. And Watson with it again. And line change for both teams. So Boyven with it, and it's going to be a penalty, delayed penalty on, actually a penalty on Watson as it was a giveaway. So let's see what that is. And it's going to be a minor. So minor on Watson. Possible injury. And let's see, it's going to be possible injury on a Detroit player. So the last person with the puck was Watson. Oh, not Watson. Sorry, what did I do? Yeah, Brian Watson. There's Joe Watson. Is Brian Watson. He's not on the line there. Oh, come on. Really? Bergman. There we go. So he was a 13. So let's see here. That's going to be higher than the 11. So that is going to be a this game plus 6. So that's a Detroit will be without Watson for this game plus 6. So where's Watson here? See how many games he actually played. 48. Okay, he can miss the 6. Alright, so he's going to be gone. He's on the second line. But Joe Watson will go to the penalty box after committing the penalty on Brian Watson. Unrelated as far as I know. Not too sure. Could be related, I guess. Let's see here. So the Detroit will be on the power play. Oops. Oh no, the other way. Penalty kill. There you go. Alright, so Joe Watson's going to have to come off that line. And Bobby Orr cannot duplicate himself. So we'll put Ed Westfall on the first line there. You may be double shifting it, but that's alright. Okay, so let's see here. Vecchio, I guess. There you go. Hey, Miss Mags. Miss Mags is saying hi. Yeah. She's got the mouse, so she wanted to let me know she's got the mouse. Alright, so let's see here. So face off. And Detroit will win the face off. And it's going to be hit by Westfall. And Prentice will end up with a loose puck. Gets it over to Del Vecchio. And the Bruins will intercept it. Bobby Orr will have it. Actually, so it's on the power play, so Westfall with it. And they'll get it over to ice it. Del Vecchio brings it back up. Pass it over to Bergman. He'll be hit off the puck by Orr. And Busick chases down the loose puck for the Bruins. Changes from both teams. McKenzie on the ice with it now. And that successfully kills off the penalty. Connolly with it now for the Bruins. He's going to skate in and take a shot. And that is going to be saved by Gardner. Bergman with it now. He'll pass it over to Prentice. And this time it is going to be a penalty on Goldsworthy. So we can do it now because it was going to be a giveaway. And it's going to be a minor for cross-checking, no misconduct. So Goldsworthy will head to the penalty box. So once again, Detroit will be on the power play. No score, 13 minutes, 20 seconds left in the period. And Martin wins the faceoff for the Bruins. Gets it over to Busick. Busick over to Martin. And he'll ice the puck. Vecchio brings it back up. Oh, and actually ORR is going to intercept it. And it's going to go over to Martin. Martin will ice it. Line changes for both teams. Hit off the puck by McKenzie. Loose puck battle between ORR and McGregor. And ORR will win that. And it's going to be over to... Oh, he's going to try to ice it, but it's going to be a penalty on Boyven. I'll ice it there. And it's a possible goalie penalty. So I don't see anything on McGregor here, so I guess that's going to get waved off. Just call it a loose puck, I guess. Ullman with it for the Detroit. And the Bruins successfully kill off the penalty. Wall has it. Pass it over to Bathgate. And that's going to be intercepted by Dallas Smith. Over to Doak. And line changes for both teams. Parisi with it for the Bruins. And that'll be a forced dump in by Smith. Puck battle between Schock and Hampson. Hampson wins it for the Detroit. Gets it over to Smith. Smith's going to give it away, though. Oh, not quite high enough for the Marat penalty. Parisi with it. Pass it over to Schock. Schock will take a weak shot. Easy save and held on to by Gardner. Face off in the Detroit zone as we just gone past the halfway point of the first period with no score. Hampson and Schock in the face-off circle. Hampson wins it. Gets it over to Henderson. Henderson with the giveaway. No breakaway, but Williams with it now for the Bruins. And he's going to take a shot. And that is going to be a goal by Williams. So it's kind of a weak shot, but Williams they will get it past Gardner. And the Bruins go up 1-0. And let's see here. No assists on the play. So the Bruins have a 1-0 lead. So we're going to go get a little defensive here. Detroit's probably going to remain neutral for now, but we're going to go a little bit on the defense. And actually, we're going to go medium there. We're just going to go with 1 forechecker. There we go. So you still want to do hits and stuff. Alright, so let's change the lines. So the goal goes to Tommy Williams. Face-offs at center ice between Oliver and Ullman. And Ullman gets kicked out of the face-off circle. And so McGregor will be in the face-off circle now. Bruins win the face-off. Out to Martin. Stewart. Stewart passes it over to Watson, and Watson's going to give it away now. Smith with it. Pass it over to Bergman. And it's not going to be a takeaway. So we're going to use the pass number because the Bruins only have 1 forechecker. And Bergman with it now. He'll pass it. I'm sorry, he'll shoot it. And it's going to be a save by Cheevers. Not able to get to it to cover it up. It's going to go over to Conley. Conley with the loose puck for the Bruins. And Smith will force a dump in. And puck battle between Goldsworthy and Boyven. Goldsworthy wins it for the Bruins. Gets it over to Watson. Watson winds up and fires a shot. And it's going to be... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's a pass. And it's going to go over to Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy with a great pass. Over to Conley. Conley will wind up and take a shot. Excellent opportunity here. And it'll be a save and held on to by Gardner. Covers it up. So face off to the right of Gardner. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Dillabow and Hampson in the face-off circle. And there is no low on this one, so we'll just do it again. And Hampson gets kicked out of the face-off circle. So Dillabow wins the face-off. Has the puck. And we're going to do manual changes here. So it's going to go over to ORR, and ORR will pass it. Back to Dillabow. Dillabow will wind up and take a shot. And it's going to be a save by Gardner. Now we'll do line changes from both teams. McKenzie with it. Puck battle between McKenzie and Young. And that'll be won by Young. Young with it now. It's taken away by Oliver for the Bruins. Gets it over to McKenzie. McKenzie with the shot. And that is going to be a goal. So John McKenzie puts the Bruins up 2-0 as it just gets past Gardner. Gardner thought he had that one. So Bruins 2-0 lead. See if there's any assists on this one. And this time, yep, Oliver will get the assist. So, McKenzie from Oliver to put the Bruins up 2-0 at the 15-13 mark of the first period. So face off at center ice between Hampson and Martin. And that'll be won by Hampson. Kicks it out to Bergman. Bergman over to Henderson. Henderson with the shot. And it's going to be forced wide by Westphal. Loose puck recovered by Martin. Gets it over to Wadowich. And it's going to be a pass by Wadowich. Over to Martin. Martin with a great pass. Over to Murat. Murat will take a weak shot. Easy saved and held on to by Gardner. Covers it up. 4 minutes left in the first period. Bruins up 2-0. Face off in the Detroit zone. Won by Hampson for Detroit. Henderson has it, passes it back to Hampson. And Martin will cause the dump in. Puck battle between Martin and Hampson. And that'll be won by Martin for the Bruins. Gets it over to Murat. And Murat with the pass. Back to Martin. Martin has it. And he's going to give a great pass to Mr. Johnny Busick. And he'll wind up and take a shot. Saved by Gardner. Rebound over to Wadowich. Actually, Wadowich and Henderson battling for it. Wadowich wins it. Takes a shot. And saved, and this time covered up by Gardner. So face off to the left of Gardner. Hampson wins the face-off. Sorry, Martin wins the face-off for the Bruins. Over to Murat. Murat over to Wadowich. Wadowich will pass it over to Murat, and it can be line change for both teams. So Bobby Orr with the puck now for the Bruins. And he'll pass it over to Watson. Watson back to Orr. And Young is going to force the dump in. Loose puck battle between McKenzie and Young. And that'll be won by Young for Detroit. Oops.
Last minute of play in this period.
Okay, that was interesting. McGregor with it now, and he'll wind up and take a shot on Cheevers. And that'll be a save by Cheevers. Rebound battle between Bathgate and Orr. And Orr will win that. Gets it over to Oliver. And it'll be taken away by Wall. Gets it over to Young. Young will fire a shot on Cheevers. And that'll be saved and covered up by Cheevers. Face off in the Bruins zone. Face off won by Ullman. Gets it over McGregor, trying to get a last shot on before the intermission. And that will be saved by Cheevers. Watson with it, pass it up, and that's the end of the period. So Detroit makes an attempt to get on the board at the end of the last minute of play, and aren't able to as Cheevers denies him. So at the end of one, it's the Bruins 2 and the Red Wings nothing. So let's take a look at the halftime. The intermission stats here at the end of the first period. Goals by McKenzie and Williams. And Connolly leads the Bruins with 2 shots on goal. And shots on goal leaders for the Detroit is going to be McGregor with 2. Boston out shooting Detroit 10-5. And that is about it. As Detroit is 0 for 2 on the power play. And we'll be right back with the start of period 2. Alrighty, here we are at the start of period 2. Bruins with a 2-0 lead over the Detroit Red Wings. Face off at center ice. Hampson and Dillabaugh in the face-off circle. And Hampson gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Face-off won by Dillabow. Has it. Passes it over to Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy will pass it over to Conley. Conley will give a great pass over to Marat. Marat will wind up and take a shot. And that's going to be a goal. Wow, that was only a one shot. Didn't think it was going to go anywhere there. And Marat is able to get it past Gardner for goal number 3 for the Bruins. So less than a minute into the second period, the Bruins take a 3-0 lead. Don't want to say commanding yet, but... And it's going to be a assist to Conley and Goldsworthy. All right. So at the 58-second mark of the second period. So Cullen and Oliver in the face-off circle. Face-off won by the Bruins. Stewart with it. He'll pass it back to Oliver. And it's going to be a forced dumping by Cullen. Puck battle between Stewart and Wall. And Stewart will win it for the Bruins. Gets it over to Oliver. Oliver with the shot. And that is going to be... No, it's going to be forced wide, this one. That one was right on target. Would have definitely gone in. But Wall is able to get a piece of it. Forces it wide. As Young comes back with the rebound for Detroit. That would have all but put the game away there. Well, even though we're still early into the second period, but that would have been almost insurmountable if the Bruins would have scored there. Havlich with it. Havlich will take the shot on Cheevers. And it's going to be saved and held on to by Cheevers. Right, Detroit's going to get a little physical now. 4 checkers and physical. Bruins are going to go just the opposite way. Yeah, they'll stay medium, I think. So, alright, so face off. Using Cullen and Oliver in the face off circle. Won by Cullen for Detroit. Havlich with it. Line change for both teams. Westfall will force the dumping. Cheevers will recover it and pass it along to Marat. And Westfall skates it up. He's going to have an excellent opportunity here. He shoots and scores. So Ed Westfall scores goal number 4 for the Bruins. As the fans are going wild here. They haven't seen this that often. Oh, hold on here. Let's see who we got an assist here, if any. So Marat with the assist. Bruins with a commanding 4-0 lead. Bruins with their first line of defense out there with their third forward line. And third line forward and defense in there for Detroit. Here's the faceoff. And the Bruins win the faceoff. Dillabow with it. And Dillabow will wind up and take a shot. Oh, not quite a penalty by Young. And that'll be saved by Gardner. Young with it. Gets it over to Smith. Smith will take a shot, and that's going to be a save by Cheevers. And I'll go medium there. And Cheevers leaves it for Dillabow. Gets it over to Watson. Watson with a great pass. Back to Dillabow. Dillabow will wind up and take a shot. And that's going to be forced wide by Wall. Well, hold on. Oh, no, the defense has only got one forechecker. So that will be... Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. The defense has 3 forecheckers, so the shot is going to be on target. But it'll be covered up by Gardner. So, alright, 16:40 left in the second period. Bruins up 4-0 now. Dillabow and Hampson in the face-off circle. And Bruins win that. Over to Connolly. And Connolly over to Dillabow. Dillabow will wind up and take a shot. And almost blocked by Wall. It gets through. And Gardner covers it up. A face-off to the left of Gardner. Dillabow and Hampson in the face-off circle. Bruins win the face-off. Over to Connolly. Line changes by both teams. Martin with it. Takes a shot. And that's going to be blocked by Boyven. Cullen wins the face-up, wins the loose puck battle. Gets it over to Bergman. Bergman with the pass. Then use pass number. So they are 0 or 1. So you're going to use the pass. Yes. Yeah, Bruins a 1-4 checker. Hit off the puck. Hit by Westfall. Puck battle between Bergman and Marat. Won by Marat. And that's going to be taken away by Fontenay. Fontenay over to Cullen. Cullen winds up and takes a great shot here. Denied by Cheevers, and he'll hold on to it. Cheevers has been excellent so far. He's only had 8 shots to stop, but he's stopped them all. A face-off in the Bruins zone. Face-off won by Martin. Martin over Marat. And we're going to change it manually later. And it's going to be a takeaway by Havlich. Gets it over to the Fontenay. Fontenay will take a shot. And it's going to be saved by Cheevers. Line changes by both teams. Leaves it for Oliver. Oliver over to Stewart. Stewart will have a great pass over to Watson. Watson winds up and takes a shot. Saved by Gardner. Rebound out to Watson. Watson will have another shot here. And this time it's going to go... Well, actually, it's going to be a battle between Watson and Bergman. He wins it. Watson wins it. Shot goes wide, though. Stewart with the loose puck. Gets it over to Mr. Bobby Orr. Mr. Bobby Orr is going to see if he can get in on the scoring here. He'll wind up and take a shot. And it'll be saved and held on to by Gardner. 13 minutes left in the second period, and the Bruins with a commanding 4-0 lead. Face off. And that's going to be won by Ullman for Detroit. Over to Falkenberg. Falkenberg over to McGregor. McGregor with the shot. Actually, McGregor with the pass. Gets it over to Ullman. Ullman will have an opportunity here. And that's going to be forced wide by Mr. Bobby Orr. So Orr with a great positioning there. Forces the wide shot. Ullman with it. Gets the loose puck. Ullman over to McGregor. McGregor will give it away though. Kenzie with it. As Detroit gets back quickly, stopping any breakaway opportunities. Kenzie passes it over to Oliver. A line change for both teams. Dillabaugh with it now for the Bruins. It's going to be taken away by Boyven. Boyven over to Henderson. Henderson winds up and takes a shot. And that's going to be a save by Cheevers. And he will... Oh, can't quite cover it up. Rebound out to Connolly for the Bruins. Gets it over to Dillabaugh. Dillabaugh with a great pass. Oh, no, it's going to be intercepted by Bergman. Bergman over to Hampson. Make sure there's no 8s there. There aren't for the Bruins. And it's going to be a great pass by Hampson. Over to Boyven. Boyven winds up and fires a weak shot. And it'll be saved and held onto by Cheevers. So 11, almost the halfway mark of the second period. The Bruins are up 4-0. Hampson and Dillabaugh in the face-off circle. And that'll be won by Detroit this time. Henderson with the pass over to Smith. Smith passes it over to Bergman. Line changes for both teams. And Bergman with it again. Passes it over to McGregor. And McGregor will give it away. Ooh, Parisi almost with a breakaway opportunity there. Decides to slow it down for his teammates. And actually decides to fire his own shot. And that's going to be a rebound by Gardner. A rebound after the shot by Parisi as Gardner makes the save. McGregor tracks down the loose puck. And yeah, he's definitely got the 3-4 checkers here. So let's see if it's a pass. It's not a pass, it's a shot, so he'll take the shot. And that'll be saved and held onto by Cheevers. 9 minutes left in the second period. Bruins in control. Ullman and Schock in the face-off circle. That's going to be won by Schock. Schock over to Wadowicz. And it's going to be a... Yeah, they're high, so it's going to they generate a loose puck here. Falkenberg does. Puck battle between Ullman and Schock. That'll be won by Ullman for Detroit. And that's going to be a forced dump in, as the Bruins have 1-4 checker. Ullman and Schock battling for the loose puck. Ullman wins it. Line changes by both teams. Oh, it's going to be delayed penalty on... Actually, a penalty on Watson. Usually I try not to do the line changes after when it shows the... If this looks like there's going to be a penalty on it, but I did this time, so we'll just go with it. So Watson with a potential penalty here. And he will be called for roughing, and there's going to be a possible injury on the Detroit player here. And it's going to be Ullman, possibly. Ooh, that bring him back in. So he is a... Oh, crap. Oh, there it is right there, 1. So Elman is a 1. So let's see what the injury is. And it's no injury. Okay. So we're just going to play on. What was that? Is that a pass? I'll just say it was a pass. Oh, penalty. That's right. Oh, I got to say it. Yeah, hold on. Let's go back to 2 minutes here. We'll do a face-off. That's right. So it was a minor, just no injury. That's right. Alright, so Ullman with it now. And it's going to be... Oops. Hold on here. There we go. That's better. Alright, so Detroit on the power play, down 4-0. Bergman with it. And... forced pass. That'll be a forced pass by ORR. And Boston with low physical play, so no penalty possibly on Bruins, as their defense is low. And as their physical play is low. And Prentice takes a weak shot on that, and that's going to be saved and held on to by Cheevers. So face off in the Bruin zone. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the penalty to Watson. Del Vecchio wins the... Oh, wait, actually, no, it's going to be... Yep. They'll win the face-off because it's a tie, and they'll go to the power play team. So Bergman with it. And they get 3-4 checkers. Yes, they do. And Prentice with an excellent opportunity here. He's going to shoot it on Cheevers. And Cheevers with the save. And he'll cover it up. One minute left in the penalty to Watson. Face off in the Bruin zone. Face off won by Detroit. Bergman with the pass. Let's see here. It's going to be a dump, so it'll be just a pass. Line changes by both teams. Possible penalty. No, their defense is low, so it's not going to be a penalty on the Bruins. As we near the end of the penalty of the power play. But Howie Young is going to wind up and take a great shot here. And that's going to be a goal. So Young with a power play goal on Cheevers. And Detroit gets on the board now. 4-1 Bruins. And it's going to be Bergman with the... Berger. Coleman. Hoyman. There we go, McGregor there. So McGregor gets the assist. Goal at the 14-minute and 17 mark of the second period. Power play goal by Howie Young, assisted by Bruce McGregor. Face off at center ice. Whoops, what's going on here now? It's got to be wiped out. Oliver and Del Vecchio in the face-off circle. And Detroit's still going to go high here. Boston will go medium. Alright, face-off won by Del Vecchio. Prentice with the shot. Actually with the pass. Ooh. Looks like it's going to be a possible penalty on McKenzie. Delayed penalty. Gordie Howe with it now. He winds up and takes the shot. Saved by Cheevers. Out to McKenzie, and we'll find out what the penalty is now. 28. Oh, 28. Just barely gets the minor there. Plus opponent. So the one flagged here is going to be Prentice. And yep, that will be a penalty. That'll be it. Okay, so nothing there. Oh, possible injury now. Man. So I was going to call that one a Prentice there. Let's see here. So Prentice is, well, he's in the penalty box anyway, so 1 is less than the 8, so yeah, it won't matter. Alright, so let's see here what we got going here. So it's just going to be 5-on-5. Alright, so offsetting penalties on Prentice and McKenzie. Referee drops the puck. Ullman and Martin in the face-off circle. Ullman wins the face-off. Gets it over to Bathgate. Bathgate will give it away though. Martin with it now for the Bruins. Over to Waterwich. And Waterwich gives it away. Bruins get back. Ullman with it. Over to McGregor. McGregor will take a very good shot here. Saved by Cheevers. Over to Bathgate. Bathgate with the loose puck. Takes a shot on Cheevers. And yep, Bruins have 1 forechecker, so the shot will go wide. Waterwich tracks it down for the Bruins. A line change for both teams. And let's see here. And Mr. Bobby Orr with it now. Mr. Bobby Orr will wind up and take a shot. And that's going to be saved and held on to by Gardner. They'll face off in the Detroit zone. 4-minute mark of the second period. And the Bruins up 4-1. Del Vecchio and Oliver in the face-off circle. And it'll be won by Del Vecchio. Over. Oh, hold on. What's this guy doing? Can't pass it to himself. It's over to Fontenay. Fontenay will pass it over to Falkenberg. It's going to be a delayed penalty on the Bruins. Falkenberg with it now. Pass it. Actually, it was a pass, so that is going to be the penalty there. Oh, no, wrong thing. Penalty. So let's see, it's going to be a minor penalty on Watson. No misconduct. So Prentice and McKenzie's penalty just about done. Joe Watson adds a penalty for the Bruins, and now Detroit will be on the power play. Vecchio and Martin in the face-off circle. That'll be won by Detroit. Prentice with it now, so that 2 penalties, offsetting penalties are over with. And that's going to be taken away by Westfall for the Bruins. Loose puck after the hit from Boyven. And Mr. Bobby Orr tracks down the loose puck. Gets it over to McKenzie. McKenzie gives it away. Oh, almost a breakaway from McGregor, but not quite. Passes it over to Young. Young with the pass. Comes back to him. Passes it again. And passes it. Gets back to him again. Passes it again.
Last minute of play in this period.
And that's going to be it. The Bruins successfully kill off the penalty there. Gregor has it for the Detroit with a minute left. He'll wind up and take a shot. And that's going to be a save by Cheevers. Leaves it for Smith. Smith with the pass. Let's see here. Defense 4 checkers, 3. Then use pass number. They do have 3 checkers. So we're going to use the pass number. That's no dumping. And he'll take a shot. And that's going to be a save by Gardner. Leaves it for McGregor. That should be just about do it. Alright, and at the end of 2 periods, the Bruins with a 4-1 lead over the Detroit Red Wings. So let's take a look at the stats quickly. And it looks like, let's see here. So Westfall had a goal for the Bruins in that period, and I believe it was it Marat? It might have been Marat. Gilles Marat. So Delabal leads with 4 shots on goal for the Bruins. Nothing to show for it, though. Bobby Orr has 2 shots on goal so far. With Detroit, the goal was by Howie Young. Power play goal. Assisted by McGregor. And Prentice leads with... No, I'm sorry. McGregor leads with 5 shots on goal. With 1 goal. And Detroit was 1 for 2 on the power play. The Bruins yet to have a power play yet. And we'll be right back with the start of the 3rd period with the Bruins up by 3. Alrighty, we're back with the start of the 3rd period. Vecchio and Oliver in the face-off circle. Referee drops the puck. Bruins up by a score of 4-1. I don't know where our sound went. Hopefully they'll come back. And Bruins win the face-off. Hold on there. Let's see if we get it now. So it's going to be over to McKenzie. There we go. Sound is back. Gets it over to Oliver. Oliver winds up and takes a shot. And that'll be saved and held on to by Gardner. Oh, hold on. Here is our... Alrighty, our screen was off there for a second. Sorry about that. Hopefully it recorded everything smoothly. Alright, so face off here in the... held on to by Cheevers. So Cheevers playing an excellent game so far. Stopped all 19 shots. Well, 18 of 19 shots for the Detroit Red Wings. Face off in the Bruins zone. And the Bruins win the face-off. Oliver with it. And he is going to wind up and take a shot. And that'll be a save by Gardner. Holds on to it. Oliver and Delvecchio in the face-off circle. Oliver wins it for the Bruins. Gets it over to Marat. And we're going to have a delayed penalty on Howe, possibly. As McKenzie has it, and he's going to give a great pass over to Stewart. Stewart will wind up and take a shot here. Point blank shot here. And it's going to be a save and held on to by Gardner. So an excellent save by Gardner. Prevent the Bruins from getting it further ahead. And let's see what the penalty is on Howe, if anything. And it's going to be a minor for hooking. So Howe will go to the penalty box. So Bruins will be on the first power play of the game. Alright, so McKenzie, Orr, Martin, Wadowich, and Westphal on the power play. And it's like we Ullman, Boyven, Bergman, and no, not Howe. And Vecchio on the penalty kill. Referee drops the puck. And Detroit will win that. Boyven with it now. Pass it over to Bergman. And Bergman will ice the puck. And it is a dump in, so it's going to be a forced ice. So Martin has it now for the Bruins. Skates it up. Gets it in the zone. Fires a shot. And it's going to be a goal. So Pitt Martin with a power play goal puts the Bruins back up on top by 4. And yep, that is going to be, and yeah, he skated all the way up, down from the Bruins zone, crossed the line, and fired a shot in unassisted. The Bruins with a commanding 5-1 lead here. Opening minutes of the third period. Here's the face-off. Referee drops the puck. Bruins win. Oh, no. That's going to be it here. Hold on. So that penalty to Howe is over. There we go. And that's going to be won by the Bruins still. Goldsworthy with it. And Goldsworthy still with it. And it's going to be a no dumping as they have 3-4 checkers. And it would be a shot anyway. Pass by Connolly. It's going to be so no block as they do have 3-4 checkers. And that's going to be a shot saved by Gardner. Gregor with the loose puck. Howie Young with it now. 9 changes for both teams. Over to Boyven. And the Bruins will intercept that. Westphal has it. Over to Dallas Smith. Smith with the pass. And it's going to be a takeaway by Henderson for Detroit. Hampson with it. Hampson winds up and takes a shot. Excellent shot. Saved by Cheevers. Rebound out to Martin for the Bruins. Over to Busick. Busick will fire a shot. Actually, no, he's going to pass it, sorry. Over to Doak. Doak with a weak shot on that. And it's going to be a save by Gardner. Leaves it for Boyven. Line change for both teams. Delvecchio with the puck now. And Bobby Orr with the interception. He controls the puck. Tries to pass it over to Watson, but it's taken away by Falkenberg. Prentice with it now. Fires a shot. Saved and covered up by Cheevers. 7 minutes gone by in the third period with the Bruins up by 4. Face off to the right of Cheevers. Face off won by Detroit. Gets it over to Bergman. Bergman over to Delvecchio. And Mr. Bobby Orr again with another interception. Oliver with it. Oliver with a great pass over to McKenzie. McKenzie fires a shot. And it's going to be forced wide by Howe. Loose puck by McKenzie. Line change for both teams. Waterwich with it now for the Bruins. Fires a shot. Oh, not much on that one. Rebound out to Waterwich. A battle between Waterwich and Henderson. This will be won by Henderson for Detroit. Gets it over to Hampson. Hampson fires a shot. Easy save by Cheevers. Over to Westfall. Westfall will pass it up to Marat. Marat with a great pass back to Westfall. Westfall fires a shot. And that's going to be blocked by Bergman. Oh, and a possible injury on Bergman. And he'll just be out for the shift. So Bergman comes off the ice. Oops. Now we'll just do a face-off. Injury timeout face-off here. And it'll be won by Martin. Martin over to Waterwich. Waterwich will pass it over to Westfall. And Westfall with a great pass over to Martin. Martin winds up and takes a shot. And it's going to be a save by Gardner. Rebound out to Marat. Oh, Marat and Boyven with the battle. And that'll be won by Boyven for Detroit. Gets it over to Smith. Smith with the shot. Saved by Cheevers. Rebound out to Waterwich for the Bruins. Line change for both teams. And no takeaway there. So Oliver with it. Takeaway by McGregor for Detroit. And it's no takeaway, just be a pass number here. So Falkenberg with it. Falkenberg winds up and takes a shot on Cheevers. 3 and pass and assist. No, just a shot. So saved by Cheevers. Over to McKenzie. McKenzie over to Oliver. It's going to be taken away by Falkenberg. Over to McGregor. McGregor with an excellent opportunity here. Fires on Cheevers. Saved by Cheevers. Rebound. The Bruins, actually, it's going to be a wide shot because the Bruins have 1 forechecker. So it's going to be forced wide by Stewart. Dallas Smith with the loose puck. Line change for both teams. Dillabaugh with it for the Bruins. Pass it over to forced dumping by Wall. Puck battle between Waterwich and Henderson. Will be won by Henderson. Over to Smith. Smith winds up and takes a shot. And it's going to be a possible penalty on Dillabaugh. Or was a pass here, so 23 and above. It's a 3. And that is going to be a minor on Dillabaugh for interference. No misconduct. Detroit will be on the power play with 7 minutes left to go in the game, down by 4 goals. So they need to score here to have any opportunity. And let's go medium. We'll go medium here. Bruins will keep low. I'll keep it. She'll go low and 1. Alright. So face off between Martin and Del Vecchio. And that's going to be won by Martin. Over to Busick. Busick with the pass. Oh, it's going to be forced up in by Del Vecchio. Loose puck battle between Busick and Bergman. And that is going to be won by Bergman for Detroit. Over to Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio skates it up. Fires a shot. Saved and covered up by Cheevers. Face off in the Bruins zone. Won by the Bruins. Waterwich. Line change for both teams. Waterwich with it now. It's going to get it over to Westfall. Westfall with the pass over to Marat. Marat will ice it. Hoyven skates it back up. And it's going to be forced ice here. So Marat will ice the puck. Hoyven skates it back up. Fires a shot on Cheevers. Oh. Don't know what. Alright, the shot on Cheevers. It'll be held. So 5 minutes left in the game with the Bruins with the commanding 4-goal lead. Trying to kill off the power play by the... I guess we'll go high because it's almost the end of the power play. And we'll go low here in 1. Alright, here's the face-off. Omen wins the face-off for Detroit. If they get a final shot, nope, they cannot, as the penalty is over. The Bruins successfully kill off the power play. Time running out for Detroit. The Bruins will go low so they don't commit any penalties here. Although they don't really care, because they got a 4-goal lead. Alright, so Bergman with it now for Detroit. Pass it over to Boyven. And Watson with the hit. Loose puck tracked down by Stewart for the Bruins. Line change for both teams. Connolly with it now for the Bruins. And Detroit, Smith will take it away. But he'll be hit off the puck by Marat. Smith with it now. Gets it over to Henderson. Henderson will shoot it. And that's going to be a save by Cheevers. Lose it from Marat. 3 minutes left in the game. Let's see here. Forced dumping by Henderson. Loose puck battle between Hampson and Dillabow. Won by Dillabow. And it's going to be a takeaway by Smith. Gets it over to Wall. Wall with the pass over to Smith. Smith fires a shot. Saved and held onto by Cheevers. So face off in the Bruins zone. Just 2 minutes left in the game. I don't think they can pull the goal yet, can they? Yeah, they can. So they will. I should probably double Vecchio, I imagine. Oh, Prentice, I think, actually. Yeah, Prentice. Okay, Prentice comes on as a 6-man, and they pull the goalie. All right, 2 minutes left in the game. Prentice in as a 6-man. Here's the face-off in the Bruins zone. And it'll be won by the Bruins. And pass to the center. They're going to ice it. No penalty. Henderson skates it up for Detroit. Fires a shot on Cheevers. Saved by Cheevers. Rebound out to Smith. Smith fires a shot. Another save by Cheevers. Rebound out to Henderson. Fires a shot. Another save by Cheevers. So Cheevers stops 3 shots in a row there. This time the Bruins get the loose puck by Dillabow.
Last minute of play in the game.
And yeah, they do high, so there's going to be a hit. And be won by Henderson. And they're going to force the dump. Bruins will force the dump in. Chased down by Marat for the Bruins. He'll beat Smith to it. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty here. Yeah, so it's going to be icing, so we'll call it a penalty here on Young. And it's going to be a minor. Possible injury. So Young, ooh. So Young is going to get injured in the last 20 seconds of the game. And it's going to be this game plus 3. So another Detroit injury. So he goes to the penalty box, but also gets injured. So plus 3. So another Detroit injury. As Howie Young gets injured. Goes to the penalty box, and that's pretty much going to be... Yeah. We'll still go 5-5 with the empty net, I guess. Actually, it won't matter. No, we'll just put the goalie back since it's done here. Pretty all intents and purposes. Here's the face-off. Face-off won by Detroit. Over the wall. And it's going to be a hit by ORR. And Martin with it. And that's the end of the game. As the Boston Bruins convincingly beat the Detroit Red Wings by a score of 5-1. So Jerry Cheevers, player of the game. Definitely got to agree with that. Number 1. Goals against 1. Stopped 30 shots out of 31. 97% save opportunity. So definitely Cheevers' best game of the year. Marat with a goal and an assist. The player number 2. Ed Westphal with a goal. It's player number 3. I don't know about that, Fred Westphal. There might be another one more worthy. We'll see on that one. We'll try to pick our own players of the game after Cheevers. Definitely agree with Cheevers being the number 1 player of the game. Let's see here. And we're out with number 2, I guess. Yeah, I guess we can give it to Westphal, just as good as anybody else. With the most shots on goal, Dillabow did with 4. And McGregor had 5 shots to lead Detroit. So the Bruins were outshot by Detroit 31-28. But the Bruins win by a score of 5-1. So with the win, the Bruins are now 4-8-1. So they've won 2 in a row now. That's 2 in a row. Yeah, that's 2 in a row. Let's see, hold on. So save the file here. This is what you have to do within, well, if you want to keep the records of it, you don't have to do this, but you just got to save the stats. But I like to save all the box scores, or HTML and text. So we'll save that into the text file. And then we'll save this one into the HTML file, which takes a few seconds. Well, it takes about 10-15 seconds anyway, maybe a little bit longer to load. Let's look at some other stats here. Bruins stopped 4 to 5 power play opportunities. They did score on 1. That's where they got their lone goal. Detroit did. And Bruins were actually got a power play goal too. They were 1 for 2. As Pitt Martin got the power play goal for the Bruins. And it was... Oh, he's injured, so it doesn't show up here on the stats. The guy who got the goal for the Detroit. So this is what we do here, is we save the game under, I think it was the 20th, I want to say. So what I'll do is I'll just 1966 11:20 Detroit at Boston, and then I'll put the score in. Copy, and then all I'll do is I'll just copy it and I'll save it. I'll go back and repaste the rename the file in the text area to this right here. So we keep track of all the box scores. And let's save out here. Take a look at the standings. Give it a second to get out here on my laptop. It's going to be a little slow at times. So as you can see here, Cheevers 30 saves, Gardner with only 23 saves. Westphal, Martin, both second goals. McKenzie is third, Marat second, Tommy Williams is first. And Howie Young with his first goal for Detroit. And not many of the Boston wins have been easy. That one was. So let's check out the standings here. So there we go. There are your standings. So Boston now in third place. Yeah, third base by the lonesome. 4-8-1. Detroit is 4-9-1 now. Well, technically they're tied with them for with points, but Bruins are ahead by virtue of a little bit better record, in my opinion. Toronto, and let's see, we still haven't played the rest of the games. There's 2 more games left for today. But Chicago with a commanding 10-1 record, 6-0 on the road and 4-1 at home. So definitely a force to be reckoned with there. And I think this might be close to how they finished. I know Chicago. I'm pretty sure Chicago won the division, but I think Toronto finished 3rd. I'm not sure if it was Montreal 2nd or not. It might have been New York Rangers 2nd, but I think it might have been Montreal. I know we finished last. We meaning Boston. So they have Chicago has a 6-point lead over both Montreal and Toronto. Well, technically they have a 4-point lead because you got 1 point for each tie there for Montreal and Toronto. Yep. Alright, so that is it. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and actually let's just check our schedule. I just want to see if we've won 2 in a row. I'm pretty sure we have. Let's see here. Where is it? Schedule. There we go. So, yep, we've won 2 in a row, and actually 2 in a row and a tie. So, last 3 games we haven't lost a game in 4 games, as we get beat by Toronto 4-1. So, nice little streak here, starting to get back on the winning streak and on the winning ways. So, thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we'll see you in the next Bobby Orr Career Replay. So, take care and God bless. Bye bye now.